Hello everyone, and welcome to the Halloween series I'm doing for these Let's Plays. I know there's been a bit of a gap since my last video. Things have been, outside of this, have been kind of rough. I've been doing a little battling of depression and stuff. But things are a little more on an even keel. Things are more back on track. And I cannot be more excited because for Halloween, I'm going to show you guys System Shock 2, one of the absolute greatest games I have ever played in my life. This game is, I don't know if it's my favorite game, but it's one of my top 3 or 5 video games I've ever played, and I've played a ton of them. This is from 1999, as you can see in the bottom there. I have a bunch of mods installed to kind of update things. It runs at 1080p, enhanced character models, enhanced sound, textures. Someone was able to get a hold of the original audio for the for all the music in the game, so that's been tweaked up and chopped up and patched in. It's such a good game that people are still working on modding it and keeping it looking pretty good, as good as they can without rewriting the whole game from scratch. I mean, one of the mods I've got installed, I think that was last updated June of 2017, so, 18 years later, and it's still got that draw, that pull, that people want to keep playing it, keep upgrading it, so that other people can play it without being turned off by the original graphics, because they look pretty bad. Not that bad, but they look as bad as they would. It's 1999, and they're not going to be the prettiest game ever, but a lot of this stuff has all been updated. I am going to show you, hopefully, the whole game. I was playing it on my own, not for the channel or anything, and I'm almost at the end, and I've never ever beaten the game. And I kind of stopped because I want that ending reaction to be captured. I want it to be streamed, I want to do a video of that. Before we get started, I'm going to take a brief moment and just pause and show you a little screenshot of the mods that I do have installed if you want to snag this game for yourself. You're going to have to snag, there's an unofficial community kind of patch that updates it so it can run on modern machines better. I think that patch might also have a few other little updates, like being able to run at higher resolutions. Once you do that, it also makes the game mod ready. Then you can snag the blue mod manager, and from there it's pretty easy to uninstall, reinstall, activate whatever, all your mods. There's a great community out there. I'll put a link to the site I use for all my mods in the description, and hopefully a lot of you check this out because this game is amazing. So just 1 second and we're going to show you what mods I'm using. Okay, everyone, we're back. We're ready to start this. This episode might run a little long because there's not a whole lot of pre-rendered cutscenes in the game, but there are some opening cutscenes, and there's a little bit of character creation, and I'll probably walk through all the tutorials just so you guys can see how everything works. And without any further ado, let's get going. I'm going to play on normal. The game gets really tough as it goes on, and it's a survival horror kind of a game. You might notice that it ends with the word shock, and you're like, oh, does this have any relation to Bioshock? Kind of. The Bioshock games are like spiritual successors to this. They just had to be simplified to work with just your controller. I don't know. The inventory system alone on this would be a pain in the butt without a mouse and keyboard. So, gonna do normal difficulty. Let's get things started.
Look at you, hacker. A pathetic creature of meat and bone, panting and sweating as you run through my corridors. How can you challenge a perfect, immortal machine?
That is the AI Shodan, your villain for the first game. And I want to explain a little more, but this intro will cover some of that.
In 2072,
I still get chills, even though these are low res and everything.
Known as Shodan lost her mind. In her
I love
limitless imagination, Shodan saw herself as a goddess. destined to inherit the Earth. That image was snuffed out by the hacker who created her.
That's the original game, more or less. An AI on a station went rogue. You were a hacker who helped bring her to life, sort of, through a shady contract.
Today the magic happens. The Von Braun, the first starship in history capable of traveling at faster than light speed, will undertake her maiden voyage. This incredible journey is the result of teamwork between the UNN Protectorate and the incredible scientific minds of the newly relicensed Tri-Optimum Corporation.
Tri-Optimum is from the first game. They're the ones who created Shodan on their station.
It's all part of Tri-Op's commitment to the future. The Von Braun is packed with over 1.8 billion flight, scientific, and security systems, nearly all developed by Tri-Optimum and its wholly owned subsidiaries. Providing security for the Von Braun as she plows through the heavens will be the UNN Rickenbacker. At her helm will be no less than Captain William Bedford Diego himself, hero of the Battle of Boston Harbor during the Eastern States Police action. This incredible union of government and corporation is made possible by an intricate series of docking mechanisms that will allow the Rickenbacker to piggyback its way into jump space. Sleek. Fast. Revolutionary. Who knows what wonders await our crews in the bosom of the cosmos? All we do know is that it's a great day for mankind.
I seriously get like little chills when this game starts up. And I want to explain about the first game, but I don't want to step over too much of this. No matter how I mess with the menus, I can't get the audio logs, like that little thing you just heard. I can't get the spoken audio to be louder than it is, and it's really annoying. Okay, so before I get started, in the original game, you are just some hacker. You're really good at what you do, but you're not like government or anything like that. You get contacted and hired to help with this Shodan project on the Citadel space station. The game in that game, it starts with you waking up and like everything around you's dead. Part of your payment was getting these military grade cyber implants put into you. Because who in that future especially, who would say no to that? This is like a big deal for you. So you wake up with like, from like your cryo sleep after your surgery with pretty much nothing. You've got no tools or anything. You just have these like cyberware implants. You fight your way through the ship. You take out Shodan and save humanity more or less. Because her whole plan was to she was making her own life, kind of. It's kind of hard to explain. It makes a lot more sense if you play that game. Though that might be rough. It's from like 92, 93, somewhere back then. It's a little rough to play these days, especially with the original control scheme. So you wake up, you fight through while Shodan's taunting you the whole time, and you stop her organisms from being released on Earth. That's where that game ends. This one picks up. You are a military recruit.
Welcome to the Ramsey Center UNN recruitment facility. Please watch your step when leaving the train. The grav shafts at the end of the hall will take you to the street level training and recruitment center. Please proceed to the grav shafts.
Alright, hold on a sec. I'm going to have to turn this down a little bit. This is the first time I've got my rig set up so that I've got headphones, so I'm not capturing game audio on my vocal recording, and that was a bit loud. So I wanted to walk over here because you see these character models? These are vastly improved from the original ones. All the textures you're seeing that actually look pretty good, those have all been upgraded. That's part of the mods that I installed. Basically, more or less making this game look a lot better. Like, you see this text? You could not read that text in the original game. It was blurry green dots, more or less. I've never actually poked around. There's nothing really here. Oh, and I can't interact with stuff yet, so I can't check these trash cans for anything. These are how...
into the grav shafts to proceed to the street level recruitment.
This is what they have instead of elevators most of the time. And you can see by the way the things are, little particles are floating, that's the direction they'll take you. Oh, and let me know if I need to like turn my mouse sensitivity down or anything after this episode, and I'll try and tweak with that and make it easier for you guys. And like some of these, I don't think these were here in the original. Like Happy Noodle here, I don't know if this existed in the original unmodded game. I can't go in, which is unfortunate, but it's cool that they show you all this. Oh god. I'm not used to being this slow since I'm like near the end game on my own save.
Before you choose your career, you'll want to learn some basic abilities. First, you should go into the basic training center. When you're done with basic training, proceed to the advanced training area.
Alright, we'll go through this.
Welcome, trainee. While you're in our virtual training courses, we provide you with a simulated cyber interface. This training interface is identical to an actual military-grade cyber interface. Now, let's try it out. Move the mouse.
I can't go anywhere yet. I know how games work.
Hit the tab key. This puts you in use mode.
This is your inventory. This is why I say this would not work on a console. Managing all of this with a controller would be such a pain in the butt.
By clicking on the MFD button near the bottom of the screen.
Got your basic
This
stats.
display shows your strengths in various areas. When
You have a variety of them.
Tab key to go back to shoot mode.
One thing I want to say,
Try changing between modes until you get the hang of it.
I'm not going to really be using psionics at all. I know they're really powerful and you can do a lot of cool stuff with them, but it's just a lot of upgrade points that you have to sink into it that I would rather save for my more physical stuff. I want to be better at hacking. I want to be able to repair and maintain weapons, things like that. Those have always taken a much higher priority when I play this game. So I don't use psionics at all. I'm sure people who have played the game before are going to be screaming at their monitors now. But that's just the way I play. Maybe later down the line, maybe next year, something for Halloween, I'll do a psionics playthrough, but for this one, I'm not going to use it just because it's the way I'm used to playing.
Pick up items, center them on your screen, and right-click.
Nope.
This will automatically
Nope.
place that item into your inventory. To view your inventory, press the Tab key. You can move items around your inventory by left-clicking and dragging them around.
You can right-click to use them.
Items like buttons and computers, center them in your view, and click the right mouse
Whee!
button. All usable items will have brackets around them. Highlight the button on the pillar and right-click. This will activate the lift. Try it out. The object before you is a med hypo. Pick it up and then press Tab to go into use mode. Right-clicking on the med hypo will use it.
So I can do that and right-click on it to use it, but by default, the letter H on the keyboard uses a health thing, or health hypo. There are bigger med kits. I don't have a key for those, so I don't accidentally use them. A couple of the hypos, I think all of the hypos you can use in the game are, you can configure them to hotkeys. I usually don't, just because it's just how I grew up with the game and how I'm used to it.
To search it, center it on your screen and right-click. If you are in use mode, one of the most important tools you have as a soldier is your PDA. This device stores audio logs, emails, and other useful information. Click on the disk icon near the bottom of your screen to bring up the PDA display. Currently, the
I can do that.
PDA are empty. Now pick up the audio log.
This message
inside.
is coming from the audio
Now it's
log
time
you
to
just
learn
picked
about
up.
jumping and
You can use your PDA at any time.
I'm so sorry, everyone. I didn't mean to trigger them all.
This can be
In the
mounted
field,
onto
the
by
PDA
holding
is
down the
also
space
used for
bar.
keeping
Oh,
track
it's
of
terrible.
current mission objectives and
I don't really have a way to stop this.
Places in front of you. Give it a try. To climb a ladder, simply walk into it and look upward. You'll automatically start climbing the ladder.
Can jump around. And what he said while I had all the audio in the world going at once is if you think you can actually, hold on a sec, you press forward, you can mantle up on things. And I like how they give you like, you don't have hands, but they give you the animation. You move kind of as if you're clambering up on top of it.
You've done well. Remember, if you're unclear on any aspect
Advanced
of what you
training.
just learned, if you've completed basic training, you're ready for the advanced lessons provided here. Advanced training will familiarize you with the 3 key areas of military service: weapons training, technical training, and psionics.
All right, wannabe.
Sorry. I've done this so many times, I'm probably going to end up skipping through it.
Firearm. Pick up the pistol and the clip from the table. You can equip the weapon in one of 2 ways. Bring up your inventory and drag the pistol to your weapons equip slot near the right-hand side of your... Some items need to be charged with energy before they can be used. Pick up the laser pistol.
So see the laser pistol's got 0?
Station nearby. recharge station will juice up
150.
all of your energy-based items, weapons, batteries.
They don't even have you fire it.
Fine wines. They do not get better with age. The colored dot on the lower right corner of the screen tells you what kind of shape your firearm is in.
6 is really good.
Red is bad. To fight the effects of wear and tear, a soldier
Now I'm at a 10.
can use a maintenance tool.
And that's really all there is for that.
Good work. Now you're
I'm going to kind of rush through these because I want to show you guys the actual game.
Inside, we'll teach you.
So this is technical stuff.
Welcome. You'll notice what the object in front of you is a container of nanites.
Nanites are what you use as currency.
Use the keypad by right-clicking on it. To the right of the number pad, you'll see an orange tab labeled Hack. Left-click on the tab.
So,
Here indicating the difficulty of the hack and any bonuses that apply. Click on the start button to begin.
yeah, you've got your difficulty stuff down here. 15%, not that
Either
bad.
turn it bright or dark. To
Dark.
successfully hack,
Bright.
you must connect 3 bright nodes in a straight line.
Now here's the thing.
Beware the ice nodes with the red outlines. If one of these turns dark, you fail the hack, and you might break the item you're working on or worse.
Yeah, so if you click on one of these orange ones and it doesn't work,
Though you'll have to pay the
it goes badly. You'll see me hacking security stations. Whenever I hack anything, I pretty much never ever click on orange. If it's my only option left, I won't click on it. Because it's kind of like playing XCOM where, yeah, you think you have a 50-50 shot? No, you're going to fail. It's going to turn dark. And if you fail that on a security computer, then the alarm goes off and everything's alerted to your position. So I avoid them all the time. I restart constantly. I go through way too many nanites resetting those.
To buy items from replicators.
Hi there.
To use a
Please
replicator,
make your selection.
right-click on it.
So I can buy stuff,
On the item you wish to
or
purchase.
you can hack these.
Will drop into the slot below.
Hi there.
Make sure
And now you have a better thing.
before you
Reinitialized.
So yeah, you can hack those things and get
There are
a
several
different
other
loadout.
skills you'll learn.
Inside, you will learn we've provided you with a virtual interface, and the red bar at the lower left of your screen tells you how many psi points you have. Psi points symbolize the current ability to use your psi powers. Psi hypos replenish your psi. This psi amp amplifies your psi powers and lets you project them into the real world. To equip it, pick it up, and then hit the tilde key. Firing the Psi amp activates your currently selected Psi discipline. You currently have access to 2 disciplines, cryokinesis and kinetic redirection. Go into use
Oh,
mode
they never stop
and
talking.
click on the arrows on the
So
bottom right of the screen.
I'm not going to be using this at all, but I wanted you guys to see a little bit of what Psi does. And you'll notice that I've got this, the Psi amp has this glowing light on it. It's pretty well textured. That's another thing that's part of the upgrades.
Tiers. Use cryokinesis to destroy the robot, and kinetic redirection to pull that nanite container towards you. Be careful. Holding down the mouse button can augment the power, but holding it down for too long will cause burnout, which will damage you. If you run out of psi points, use another psi hypo.
So that's that.
Mastery of the mind is a slow but rewarding process.
Yeah.
Here's where you make your choice, soldier. Here's where you enlist in one of the 3 branches of the military. Once you decide on your branch of service, there's no going back. A shuttle will take you to a UNN orbital space station, where you'll receive a briefing regarding your yearly postings. Good luck.
So OSA is more Psi stuff, which I'm not going to be using. Marines is combat focused, and I like that, but I really love using the technical skills. They're really important to my playstyle. So I'm going to go with Navy, because you get the best bonuses for that out of this. And they give you a short little scene of every time you go through this. Has to load a little training deal. Alright, so, mission postings. You're going to get 3 every time, and they're all going to tell you...
Space Station Chesapeake Bay, sailor. It looks like you've picked up some standard weapon skills at basic on Coronado Island. Now it's time for your tour of duty. Your tour will consist of 4 postings over 4 years. In this man's Navy, you're given a choice of 3 different postings a year. It's up to you to decide what kind of career you want to have, so choose wisely.
So yeah, you get...
Approach a shuttle bay to receive a briefing on a posting.
He never shuts
If you
up.
think that posting is right
You
for
get 3 of them. At the top, it's going to tell you the stats that you get. So, like, the names aren't a big deal.
The UNN Lucille is looking
Modify
for
in
volunteers for
strength.
the UNN Lucille is looking for
Repair in
engineers
strength.
mate. The UNN Lucille
Hack
is
and
looking
strength.
for an ops training officer to... The
I'm going to
UNN
go
Lucille is
with
looking for an
engineer's mate because I get strength, which is good for your hand-to-hand, which you use a lot early on, and how it works with your armor. But I'm also going to get repair, which is really, really important, especially early on when weapons are tough to come by. So it's important to be able to, like, if they break, to be able to repair them, and I want to have that skill at level 1. And here we have a little readout. Your tour of duty aboard the UNN Lucille is concluded. You've spent a productive year. Captain Mayer was pleased with your work, especially with your willingness to get your hands dirty. You also showed a special aptitude for fixing what got broken and lugging out what couldn't be fixed. I've gained repair and strength +1. Really good. Do it again. What do we got?
Laverne, Florida,
2
hosts the Navy's premier-
weapons. +1 maintenance is good.
The
+2
UNN
cyber
Carfax is undertaking a
affinity.
mission to examine discovered Class B comet. Laverne, Florida hosts the
I'm gonna
Navy's
go with standard
premier
weapons
training
because I don't upgrade that a lot over time.
The Marines-
As I play through the game, you use standard weapons throughout the whole game, really, so it's good to have a leg up on it, but also I'll use them less as time goes on, and I find some other things, like heavies and things like that. Tour of duty at the Laverne Tactical Training School is concluded. A year of firing ranges, mock boarding parties, and war games has done you good. You spent plenty of time with military-grade pistols, assault rifles, and even auto shotguns, which are my bread and butter in this game. So, 2 standard weapons. This should be the last set of stats we get to choose.
The Navy strongly encourages-
Agility,
The Navy maintains
endurance,
The Navy's
research.
Mary Curie research facility on Aquinas 4 is. The Navy
I'm gonna go with
maintains a
endurance
survival training
because
school
you
on
need it.
Cephas of Io, the third moon of.
Endurance is really useful. You'll have a little more hit points going on when you start. Plus, it determines how resistant you are to radiation and poison. Your tour of duty on the IO Survival Training Facility has concluded. You managed to survive your year there, barely. The encounter with a descendant of Citadel Station, gorilla/tiger mutant, puts you in the sickbay for a month. That's the kind of thing that Shodan was working on. All sorts of custom creatures, basically. She wanted to find the ultimate life form worthy of her consciousness. You've learned to respect the wonders of biogenetics and have trained your body to excellent physical condition, +2 endurance. Now the game starts. I am on the UNN Rickenbacker. This is letting you know I've been assigned to the UNN Rickenbacker. Woo! Oh, 4 a.m. Fuck it. That's not fun. So, you're part of the... You're on the vessel that is escorting the Von Braun.
Clearance for landing on the Von Braun in Shuttle Bay 2. Welcome aboard, soldier.
I think that's me. That might be me. Some worm guys, that's good. And I'm starting to wake up. I'm sorry it took so long. I'm sorry, I should have done the tutorial stuff.
Reinitializing memory.
There's me.
Restoring patient memory. Restoring memory. Restoring memory.
The fans apparently call your main character here Goggles. Oh, here we go!
Steady yourself, soldier. This is Dr. Janice Polito of the computer ops staff of the Von Braun.
Hi.
You're safe for the time being. You're recovering from the effects of surgery and will be unable to remember any of the events of the last few weeks.
That's what the original character models looked like.
And something's gone very, very wrong. Some kind of force has hijacked this ship. That's why you volunteered to be implanted with some experimental cybernetic implants.
So that can show you how much better the graphics are now with all the mods.
You must find an elevator and come up to Deck 4 to meet me. Deck 4. Can you remember that?
Yep.
But keep your eyes open. They're after us both now.
Oh, I'm on it. I got this. Honestly, the first, like, 2 or 3 floors, at least 2 floors, I know pretty well. After the 3rd floor, it starts to get hazy in my memory, even though I played a bunch of it recently.
Watch out. I'm getting strange readings from that radar dish outside the window. It's become unstable due to... Move! Take cover!
Critical decompression hazard in the cryo recovery suite.
Yeah, we're getting out of here.
The entire sector is depressurizing and the blue vacuum shield won't last long. Get through a secure airlock before you're sucked into space. Move it!
I just picked up the key card for that door I just used.
Great. I've got to change the access codes out of Cryo A again. Like I've got nothing better to do. I think Grassy just likes to make work for me. I'll set the new code to 45100. That should be easy enough to remember.
Decompression event imminent. Please move immediately to cryo recovery B.
Working on it.
Event imminent.
This power cell is dead. There should be a recharger nearby. Just use it and it will recharge all the power. Good.
Okay.
You've managed to get out before the whole area depressurized. I've just
Alright, I'm safe.
uploaded you some cybernetic modules. You can use them to upgrade your cybernetic rig at the upgrade units in this area. There are 4 types of units in the next room. 1 for each subsystem of your cybernetic gear.
Nice.
Psi, weapons, and tech. But use the modules carefully. They're hard to come by.
Okay. Oh, I know this room all too well. Hold on a sec. I need to lower this volume again a touch. Should be a little bit better. Alright. So welcome to System Shock 2. Searching corpses, very important. Stuff is collapsing. Alright, so I got 8 cyber modules. These are how you... They're like your XP upgrade points. And each one of these, you'll find sets of... They're not always... You don't always find all 4 of them, but you will find them out and about. I don't know what the number 6 on any of them means. Maybe it's to help you navigate. There might be different numbers on others. I haven't even noticed. Alright, so... Tech is what I love to upgrade. These are all really important. I need to get Hacking 1 as soon as I can. It's really, really important to the way I play. The others I'll work on as I can. Research is also going to be important, but they feed you a lot of cyber modules early on, so you can kind of get used to things. I've only got 8, though. But you'll see I've got this, my repair skills at 1. It's going to be a big help if any guns I get break early on. Basic stats. Ooh. Okay, this is a lot better. So they'll actually tell you what they do on the bottom when you mouse over. I want agility. Reduces falling damage, weapon kickback, and you move a little bit faster. I'm used to having some good movement. I'm going to go with cyber because it affects hack, repair, and modify, which are all very important to me. So I've only got 2 left. I don't think anything is 2. The Psi stuff, look at this. So just to get level 1 Psi, that's 10. And I don't even know if you get any powers with it. Then you have to buy all of these other things if you want them. There's multiple tiers that go up by so much. They all cost... It's such a, like, XP sink that I don't like dealing with it. It just makes everything way... They're great powers, but it's tough. Alright. Is there anywhere else I'm supposed to go? That's where I just came from. Boop.
Hey Doc, a security bot showed up with orders from you to place this grunt into the recovery freezer. I'm no cyber doc, but
Med
I'll plant
hypo.
job when I see one. I suppose you know they outlawed R-grade cyber goodies after that fiasco back on Citadel Station. But hey, I just work here, right?
You have to crawl through in there. I don't know what that code is, and I don't know if I ever find out. Once I have hack, I'll try and remember to actually poke my head in there. Where does this one go? Oh, this is the other direction from that. Okay. They loop around. But it's good to grab the cyber modules. Can't get in there. Alright, let's do some system shocking. This is until you get to around there, it's kind of a bit of a tutorial area. What have we got? Oh! Med hypo. Ah! Got me. Cool. Science sector access card. I'm going to need that. So look at all of these. Every one of these textures, all of the monitors, the keyboard texture, all redone by fans. It's amazing work. I love that they did all this. Crouch down. Smashy smashy. I don't need that psi hypo. Okay, I think I can break that, but there's nothing in there. So that's that door. Wait.
Let me out. I can't find my card. Please, let me out of here.
Your cyberware will occasionally pick up on psychic reverberations still hanging around the station. And that's what those are. So you get to occasionally see cyber ghosts. The heck with that. I don't need that crap. Alright, so there's nothing else in here for me. I need better agility right now, but I can jump over to those. If I had Psi and Psi Pull, I could pull them over to me. But that's 13 cyber modules right there. Just for that one ability. And useful as it is, I'd rather be able to survive. Alright, let's do this.
Well done. I'm uploading some more modules.
Come here, man! That's the robot in there. He can't get out right now. It's super fortunate that he can't get out right now. Where should I go first? First is the elevator.
That insipid computer Xerxes has shut down the elevator as well. You can transfer power at the engine core on deck 1, which will get the elevator up and running again. But you can't use the elevator to get down there. Wait. There's some kind of maintenance access right on this hallway. You can use it to reach deck 1. However, it's locked, and Xerxes is hiding the passcode from me. Dr. Watts should have the code. He's probably in the crew subsection. Grassi has the key to get in there, but he's in the medical subsection, probably near the biopsy lab. Now get to the medical subsection and find Grassi.
So, while she was talking, you might have seen me poke my head around a corner and then poke real back. There are security cameras around, and I don't have a gun right now, so I have no way of handling them from long range. If I had Hack 1, which I can't afford yet, if I had Hack 1, I could hack the security control station, and then you have like 2 minutes without security on. Hey, buddy! Alright, I'm gonna need that. He really wants to fight me, but he can't get anywhere yet. He's stuck in there. What do we got in here? Oh, thought I got him. Hold on a sec. The music is now way too low. I want you guys to hear some of it. Still not enough. That's pretty good. Nothing in him. This is one of the most important things of the game.
Quantum bioreconstruction device. Xerxes shut them all down, but I've discreetly put them back online. You'll need to interface with each machine locally to provide a quantum entanglement sample. Once you do that, the device will be able to rebuild your body essentially from scratch. It's not pleasant, but it's preferable to slow decomposition.
These are respawn locations. You have to find them and activate them in every, not even every deck, but every time the game has to load a new section, you're going to have to find one of these, or else when you die, you die. So it's going to cost some nanites, depending on... Actually, I'm not sure if it depends on how damage or how much health you have total, but you're not going to come back with full health, but you will come back with like 15 or so. Did I pick up a... I did.
Why is it that no one listens to me? The security protocols on the Xerxes system are clearly immature. Some idiot hacked into the primary data loop last night and made Xerxes sing Elvis Presley songs for 3 hours. I finally had to pull the voice subsystem offline. What would happen if someone with a real agenda got into him?
Alright, we're gonna do one more.
I got called up around 0430 to help unload the shuttle coming back from Tau Ceti. Kerenskin was there alone. Jesus, what the hell happened to him? He lost most of his hair, and you can see these lumps on the side of his neck. And that smell. I told him he should go see Dr. Watts, but he told me to mind my own business.
Yes! Alright, so, I have a gun now. Gun means... For now, what a gun means is that I can fight... Well, not fight. I can go after security cameras if I see them. If they see me, they make a very distinctive noise. I'm gonna wait a couple seconds for him to pop back.
I've been unable to get in touch with Delacroix. This place is falling apart. Members of my team keep disappearing. Leaks in the venting shaft shorted...
Xerxes has control of the ship's security system. Avoid or destroy any security cameras you see. You can hack security computers to power down the cameras too, if you're good enough. But don't botch the job, or you'll set off the alarm yourself. Your corpse is useless to me.
What? It almost looks like there's something up there on those, but it might not be. I'm not going down there yet because I know at the other end of it is a security turret which will shoot me to pieces if I go near it. Whee! Let's go this way because I know there's a guy or a camera I want to take care of. I'm using number keys to switch. There we go. If you take all of them out, then it's not too big a deal. Like, the security's not as big a deal. I don't hear anyone. Aha! See? Hand-to-hand's a little tricky. But the monkey got him. There are psionically enhanced monkeys. I already have one of his organs. I'll be able to research those organs once I have the research skill. We got a new unread log.
Ever since we reached Tau Ceti, the lab monkeys have been acting strangely. Nurse Lesser picked one out of a cage to be brought in for vivisection, and the rest of them, I mean the entire group, stood up on their legs and howled. This wasn't just a random display. It was a protest.
Can't get into that until I can hack it. Oh, crap. Is this... Where is this? I don't know if I've ever been here before, or I've completely forgotten about it. You know what? I think I know where that is. Oh, that makes things a lot easier. Hold on a sec. I really thought I could break those. Never mind. Alright. I know what that's above, and I know where that is. Hey, buddy. I hear you. Where are you? You will find software occasionally. You have to usually have 1 point to actually start using it. Yeah. But it will enhance your software, your little side abilities. Down he goes. Now, this isn't too big a deal now. As the game goes on, I'm going to get way more scared. Like, the things they throw at you later on, it's nuts. So that's R&D. I can't go there yet because I don't have a card. What have we got here? Alright, let's do something fun. I usually hate wasting ammo, but that's a pretty fun use of it. Ooh. I usually hate picking up random stuff, but food items will give you like 1 or 2 hit points, and you need all you can get at this point. Is that... Oh! I know where that is. I'll get to there eventually. So welcome to the Von Braun, everyone. This is what's happening. This is what's going on right now. How many cyber modules do I have? 6? 6 ain't that much. I need hack or research. Actually, it's always a really tough call. Because I need hack 1 and research 1 to do some certain stuff.
subsection. Pick up the battery from the floor and find a recharger.
Alright, I know where that is.
The floor is in hard vacuum now, I'm afraid, but there should be another one on this deck. Once you get the battery recharged, place it in the auxiliary override.
Gotcha. Alright, so that guy, I just picked up the classic Game Pig. This is something that was in the first game as well, and you find software for it. And then you can play games. This is basically Minesweeper. Alright, so there's two... Oh, I hit the corn. I didn't do well. I'm not going to sit here and play Swinekeeper all night. There's several games throughout this that you can pick up and play. That, I think, leads... Where does this lead? Alright, that leads to there. I haven't gone through here yet, have I?
Each deck has a chemical storeroom where you can find the resources you need to research the artifacts you'll find around the ship. Don't try to carry around all the chemicals at once.
Average?
It's impractical
Good.
and unnecessary. Your research software will tell you what chemicals it needs and when.
So I picked up another gun. It's not in as good condition as mine, but what I can do is I can right-click on it. When you right-click, you can choose between modes. I almost never do this. There might be a key command for it, but I don't know it offhand. But I can hit unload, take that ammo, and throw this gun here, and that gun will stay here. Like, items you drop stay around.
Marie, I've got to restrict access to engineering until we can figure out what to do down there. It's just too hot. I don't know where all the hazard suits went, so I'm reduced to bringing down an armful of rad items.
Oh, I died!
Things always give me a headache.
But, because I've activated this, I am back up with 15 health. It did take a few nanites, so you gotta watch out for that part of it. If you have no nanites, you will not respawn. As the game goes on and firearms become more viable, I use them a lot more. See, here's the tricky thing. I know what I have to do here. Hi, guys. They're not open yet. Now they're open.
Remember, the unauthorized usage of firearms aboard the Von Kron is a Class 3 infraction.
If I hit F, I will switch between types of ammo that I've got sitting around. See, those doors were not open before. Now they are, and I can hurt the things, the turrets in there. So that did a little damage to him. There's not... Ah! Yeah, I know my health is low. I have hypes. I got hypos. And notice they give you an initial boost, but then you have to wait for it a little bit. I'm going to try and take these guys out, and then I'm probably going to call it for this episode, because this is getting to be way longer than a normal one. Now you see how it says hack turret? If I could get up behind it, or get up to it while it was not currently active, and hack it, then it's on my side. I have 2 of these. I have 2 armor-piercing rounds left. Sci-Hypo, get out of here. And I have a guy I still need to kill. Not that bad. Out of my ammo. Alright. Sometimes inside of them they will have bullets. Not this time. A couple of cyber modules. Some health. Alright. Now that battery's recharged, I can check out that next sector. Auto reload. Oh, I love this game so much. And I'm sorry if I drop out a commentary or something, because sometimes this concentration is just overall... Oh, the atmosphere of this game. I love this game so much. Hi, Angry Robot. Alright, So we're going to leave this sector, head to our next one.
Well done. I'm uploading some cybernetic modules.
Aha!
Upgrade unit as soon as you can.
So I know where upgrade units are in the next sector that we're going to go to. But real quick, I'm going to run over here. Give myself Research 1. Start the research on this little deal I have. Boop. Alright, so now I got Research 1. I can right-click on unresearched objects. And it starts researching them. Notice it says chemicals needed. That's why the chemical storerooms are on every deck. Because you will need certain chemicals to research certain things. Sometimes, what I'm going to get from this guy... Hold on, let me see. When this is done, I'm going to have a higher damage output for not mutants, the zombie guys. I forget what the heck they call them. Annelids? Doesn't say yet. But the only enemies I've fought so far, and the ones you fight the most in the early game, are the humanoid ones with the worm coming out of their chest up to their head. They've been possessed by that worm. I'm going to do extra damage against them once this research is done. So before I head to the next bulkhead, we are going to call it. That's going to be this first extra long episode. I know it took a little while to get going, but I hope you guys enjoyed it and come back for more, because this is, like I keep saying, this is one of my absolute most favorite games, and I cannot wait to play through this whole thing with everyone on my channel. Thanks for coming by. I will see you guys next time.